Hello there, beautiful souls. I have a treat for you today. So, for context, at the time of recording this video on Mondays at 6 p.m., I teach a new beginner series, and often that is filled with a room of people who are completely new to Pilates, have never done it before, intimidated by the equipment and the toys that we use. And I set up their foundation to help them feel more confident, not only as they progress along their practice, but to go more with the flow of an open level class for the studio that I work for. And one thing in thinking about what to share with these new beginners, especially week one, since that's when we focus on the mat work, is how do I set them up for success? What shapes in their body do they really need to know? What principles do they need to start integrating and anchoring into in their body? So that way, not only are they set up for success for the whole 6 weeks or the 5 weeks after that point, but also regardless of whether they attend a Pilates class at the studio or at a different studio outside. So this brought me to early in my teacher training days with Club Pilates. I had the luxury, although it was not required with the program, to do one-on-one sessions. And naturally, I decided to do it at a stock studio, opposed to Club Pilates or with balanced body equipment, because I just wanted to know everything that I possibly could about Pilates, the different styles, the types of equipment, what to do to break things down. So a lot of that first class came from one, the assessment that instructor took me through. So we will be using the foam roller and weights just for a brief moment to start this off with. And also simultaneously around that time, I was fortunate enough to stumble upon Kathy Ross Nash, more specifically her workouts and some of her trainings. And I was able to train with her for a brief moment in time as part of a collective group of people with the services that she offered. And like me, or typical me fashion, I did invest in some of her training books as well. And the combination of those two, when I first started teaching, is really what came out, not only in preparing that mat class for the new beginners, but also this session that I'm sharing with each of you today. And it's really a full circle moment of everything that I've created and kind of cultivated over the past, now going on 6 years ish of my teaching. So, is this something that I do with all my new beginners for that first class? No, but as a Pilates instructor, we all know that we teach to the bodies in front of us. And for me, that translates into over preparing because I need to know what the bodies can do. And then I scale from there. So, what I will be sharing with you today is everything that I have planned and to do, so long as the body shows me they are able to handle it. This is a very more spicy, essential flow because I feel like it's more complete. So that way, when you do attend a class with mixed level bodies, are you going to be able to do everything? No, but you have an idea of what is being asked for you. So that's what we're doing. We're finding ourselves. We're really tapping into that high priestess energy that I call upon whenever I do my Monday night classes with the new beginners, because we're looking to set up body awareness, listening to your body, learning how it feels. I'll go more into that archetype that I channel in the comments below, and also more sources that I have with this. But I am very excited to share with you the Crimson Equinox. And I call it the Crimson Equinox because it is a culmination of the contemporary training that I've had, the classical training that I was introduced with through Roth Nash's Kathy Roth Nash. Woo, that was a tongue twister for a moment. Her red thread of Pilates, and also the training that I have done through Equinox's classical teacher training program. All of it has come together to make this beautiful baby that I'm sharing with each of you right now. So, without further ado, grab your foam roller and a set of weights, ideally lightweight, 1 to 2 pounds. 2 is plenty. I have tried 3. 3 is doable from personal experience. From when I see the other bodies that use 3 pounds, you lose the anesthetic and the muscle connection that I'm looking for you to obtain. Yes, I would like you to build strength, but this is more about developing body awareness right now and awareness within you and strengthening that your intuition and getting in touch with your inner crone and that divine wisdom, not only that I'm giving to you through Pilates, but also the wisdom that you have within your body. And in order to do that, we can't push the envelope too much, or else you'll lose what I would like you to have. And I find once you get into 3 pounds or higher, that's when your anesthetic goes to crap and people start to muscle through the movements more. And I'm not looking for muscling. I am looking for a particular shape that I want you to know how that shape feels in your body. I want you to know what your body feels like, ideally in balance or out of balance. I want you to know what being in alignment feels like. And I want you to know what it feels like to be centered and whole. This is the baseline that we are establishing. So if you have anything higher than 2 pounds available, ditch the weights. Do not include them. I would rather you focus on just the movements and increasing that awareness and lying down onto the foam roller, being like, I'm not whole, I'm not really feeling anything. I'm fine with that. Because if you use whatever weights that you have that are over 3 pounds, then you will be losing the intention and the integrity that I have set up for this class flow. And for me, holding that intention, integrity is way more important than you using weights. So I digress. Let's get started. Excuse me, love bug. Coming over to our mats. I don't know about any of you, but my hair is everywhere. Side note, foam roller is vertical on your mat. Weights. I have my 2 pound Bala Bangles. They're about a quarter-ish from your thighs, and you will be lying down on the foam roller. So you'll turn around, hips go as close to the edge as possible. And then you will slowly melt yourself back down. Arms can go to the side, but your head and your hips are on the roller, and your weights are about arm's distance next to you. Feet are a more narrow hip distance apart, and just allow yourself to sway from side to side. Take a moment to know where feeling off balance. You can feel it very quickly with the foam roller, but just take a moment to sway and just find your natural or whatever your middle ground is, where you feel equal weight on both your right and your left side. Starting with breathing. If you feel comfortable, give yourself a nice big hug, focusing more on your ribs to your stomach. And I want you to take a nice deep breath in, taking in as much air as you possibly can, and then exhale. Sink your tailbone, hips, ribs, and shoulders into the mat. Honor the natural arc of your lower back as you breathe in and breathe out. I would like you to focus more on the breath going into the back of your ribs. So really press your arms into your torso as you breathe in. So you can focus more on the air going back, or hopefully feel it go back more. And then breathe everything out. Go ahead, a couple more like this. Last one. And then try and maintain your middle point. Arms come down by your side for now, focusing on your hips, because I want you to keep alignment in that natural arc in your lower back, or what is called in Pilates your neutral spine. So to discover what this resting position feels like for you, press your lower back into the mat and tuck your tailbone towards your face. Really press the lower back in and feel your hips come closer. You should feel a nice sliding or lengthening into the side body. And then let yourself relax, dig your tailbone into the foam roller and let that arc increase in your lower back. To help give you some better perception, place your fingertips together and your thumbs together, and you're placing it on top of your hips. For me, your fingertips should be on top of your gonads. Like, I'm not looking for your hands to be up here. You're not going to get the benefits of it. Your thumbs are in line with the top of your hip bones, and your fingertips are literally at the space where your legs meet your sex organs. That is where your fingertips are. Can you lay down, please? Thank you. I've taken that as a Luna confirmation. So you'll do the same thing. Press the lower back into the mat. Your fingertips should curl towards your face. Thumbs go down so you have it more at an upward angle. And then reverse. Fingertips go down, thumbs come up. Increase that arc in the lower back. Keep going like this. Pressing the hips down, curling the hips towards the face. Decrease that arc into the lower back, and then increase the arc in the lower back by sinking your tailbone down into the mat. A couple more times like this. Exhale, curl. Inhale, stretch. Last one, curl the hips towards you. Stretch your hips away, and then find your medium point where your lower back is neither pressed into the mat and you don't have that obnoxious arch. It's just somewhere in the middle where the fingertips and the thumbs are all in line with each other on the same plane. Keep the hips there. That's the challenge. Grab onto the weights next to you. And now shoulder mobility and opening. Arms go up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other, and just some shoulder isolations to start. So you reach the arms up towards the ceiling, press the ribs and the tailbone into the foam roller, and then slide it back down. Let your shoulder blades wrap around the foam roller. And keep going like this, reaching up and plugging down. Arms stay straight. If I'm there with you, you should feel me reaching your arms up towards the ceiling. Like I'm trying to lift your chest off the roller, but obviously it stays plugged down. And then slide your shoulders back down. Let it wrap the foam roller like you want to give the roller a hug. Two more like this, pressing up, lowering back down. And same thing, reach up, plug back down, and keep your arms in that middle range. It doesn't need to have such an intense hug around the roller, but it also doesn't need to be off the roller. It should have some contact and a nice, gentle, soft caress, if you will. Ribs stay plugged down into the mat. Reach the arms up and overhead. And the challenge is, how far back can you bring the arms while still keeping the ribs connected? And then arms up towards the ceiling. Bring the arms down by your side. Same thing. Keep your shoulders and the ribs connected. Don't let the shoulders round forward like this. Open, proud chest. Arms up towards the ceiling. Go overhead. Let the weight help you to find what your end range is. And then arms come up towards the ceiling. Plug your shoulders down into the roller. Lower the arms down. 3 more times like this. Reaching up and over. And then reaching up and down. Lift up and over for 2. Reach the arms up and then plug right back down. And last one, up and over. Then arms come down by your side. Now, meeting the arms up towards the ceiling and overhead. Hold, palms go up towards the ceiling. Let the shoulder blades wrap around the foam roller again. As you circle them out and around, wrists come down towards your hips. Palms will face each other. Rinse and repeat. Up and over, palms towards the ceiling, circle out and around. And keep flowing, noticing or taking a moment to check in with your body to see where are you starting to feel the work. Where do things feel tight? Where does something feel uncomfortable? Do you still feel your shoulders plugged into the roller? Are you starting to feel maybe some work in your arms? Just check in and notice it. Last one, and then we get to reverse our circle. So arms go overhead, circle out and around, palms stay facing each other up towards the ceiling. Reach the arms up overhead to your point. Palms will face each other. Reach as you lower right back down. Shoulder blades stay plugged into the roller. Ribs stay heavy into the roller as you circle. And just notice how this direction feels different from the other direction. And continue to check in with your body. Is there one side that you want to bias more or feel more weight shifting into that side? We've got two more. Last one. Arms will come down by your side, and then we'll finish with our arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other, wrists in line with your shoulders. Really sink your feet nice and heavy into the mat now. So you're finding your chest lift. So now tailbone nice and heavy, that's your anchoring point. Curl the head, neck, and chest up. Shoulder blades come off the mat. Pause. Did you feel your body shift? And then release as you lower right back down. Try and keep equal weight in your body. As you press your feet down, curl up, release as you lower back down. Now we're testing balance a little bit more. So if you feel up for it, you have full permission to tell me no. Just stick to these chest lifts that we're doing right now, and then add on the different arms that we have for this. But next time you curl up, lift one leg up into about a tabletop-esque position, but the hips stay still, tailbone plugged down. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling, foot lowers down. I lost my balance for a little bit. And the same thing, curl up, opposite leg lifts, whoops, and then release as you lower back down. And that's why I love doing this, because right now I'm seeing, or we're discovering, what is it that your body can do, and where do things get shaky? What side does your body want to bias a little bit more? For me, it's my right side. My right side is stronger, and then whenever I work on the left side, that's when things begin to go to crap. Let's do one more time to either side. Actually, no. Come up and hold right here. Press your tailbone down, your foot down a little bit more. Lift the arms up, lower right back down. Both legs or feet can be bent and onto the mat, but you're curling up as much as you can, and you're honoring that neutral in your hips as you lift up and lower. For two more. Last one. Lower down, lower everything down. Switch legs. Other one comes up, curl up, hold, soft bend to the arms, open up east to west, and then press right back in. Breathe as you open and breathe as you close. And you're keeping the tailbone nice and heavy and pressing down the opposite foot. You've got two more. Last one. Lower everything down. Switching legs again, because now we've got arm circles. 5 in either direction. We're also going to switch feet when we go to the other direction. So same thing. Curl up, reach the arms in front of you. Let them go up towards the ceiling, out and around, and down by your hips. You've got 4 more. Keep everything in the center of your spine as best as you can. Last 2. Try and curl up a little bit higher, but this is my height for today. And we've got last one. And then try to keep the chest lift. Switch, reverse your direction. Out to the side, up towards the ceiling, and down. I already know this direction will have smaller circles for me, but we're honoring whatever those circles are. These last two, curl up as high as you can. Whoops, lost my balance trying to get that one. And then go ahead, arms come down by your side, roll yourself down, palms or weights. Come back onto the mat, arms down by your side. Now focusing more on lower abs and keeping your hips still. Legs, they come up into a tabletop position. Take a moment to get yourself centered, and there may be one arm you need to put a little bit more weight into, so that way you're nice and connected balance-wise to your core and to your center. For me, that's my left arm. Keep the tailbone heavy and the 90 degrees in your knee, and you're going to reach away from the roller. Lower your foot down towards the mat. Maybe you tap it, maybe you don't, and then reach to come right back up. Switch other leg. Lower it down, and then lift. This is our baseline. I just want you to know how this feels. Start to feel that strength or that work in the lower abs while still keeping your hips nice and still. What I don't want is for you to bend the knee to lower it down and then switch, bend the knee. You're reaching away from your body and you're keeping that 90 degree, aiming to touch more of the end of your mat than the end of the foam roller. If you're up for it, both legs go down. Both legs come up. Same thing. You are reaching away and you're keeping your spine and your hips just as it is as you reach away and then come up. None of this, I want to get closer to the roller because then you're taking away the angle. You've got two more like this. Last one. And you'll come up. Give yourself a second. Because now these legs, or those two, are the modifications if the next part that we're going into is not the greatest. For me, this is where I start to either add more or take things away. Because you start to see very quickly what is it your body can do and what it can't do. But legs, they come up into tabletop. You keep the torso nice and heavy. Anchor your tailbone. Single leg, stretch your legs. One leg bends in, the other one reaches out. You breathe and switch. And you keep going. Ribs heavy into the roller. Tailbone heavy. Shoulders wrapping around. Arms planted down by your side. So that way you feel supported as you switch your legs. If you're up for it, both legs go out. Both legs come in. Tailbone is still nice and heavy as you reach out and come in. You've got 3 more. 2. Last one. Then legs will come in and up towards the ceiling. Scissors. I like to flex my feet so I can deepen the hamstring stretch. But one leg comes down and then you breathe and switch. It's a breathe and switch. Hamstrings are probably, not hamstrings, hip flexors are probably not the happiest with you right now. You've got 2 more. Then if you need a break, give yourself a break. Totally fine. Next one is lifts and lowers. Heels together, toes are apart, keep the heels connected. Lower down, only to the point where the lower back and the hips stay still, and then come right back up. Lower and lift for 3. 2 more. Last one. Now for me, I definitely need a break with my hips, so if you need one too, go for it. My hip flexors are not happy with me, but then again, by this point, they're never happy with me. So, last but not least, finishing off with circles, just 5 in each direction. So legs can be bent or straight, but you're lowering the legs down, separate, lift, and come together. Tailbone nice and heavy, and you're keeping your legs in parallel the whole time. This might not be the biggest circle. Just got 2 more. Last one. And then switch, separate, lower, come together, and lift. And again, check in with your body. Where are you feeling the work? Is there one side that you're drifting off to? Last one. Bring everything in, feet down onto the roller or onto the mat. And then you are bringing yourself up. You can roll off the side, you can roll up. It really doesn't matter. There's no graceful or cute way to get off the foam roller, and just have it go to the side. Thank the roller for its services. It did great. It fulfilled its purpose. So let it know it did a good job. Now we get into the fun of it all, the repertoire. Now, go ahead, lie down. You can take a moment to stretch out your legs, and just one, notice how gloriously stable the floor or the mat feels. Take deep breaths and let everything sink. Nice and heavy. Still have that tailbone. Top of your rib or hips in line with the bottom of your hips. Ribs nice and heavy. Shoulders heavy and open. Both are connected. Don't let the rib cage pop and arc up. Keep everything down by your side. Arms pressing in. Just a couple more breaths like this. Since we did all that prep work, we're going right into the 100. So knees come in towards your chest. Arms hover off the mat. Reach down by your side. Frog your feet. Reach them out long and start pumping as you inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in and breathe out. So it's 10 breaths, 5 inhales, 5 exhales. 10 inhales, 10 exhales, 5 pumps with each one. Ideally, you keep this shape. We're more than halfway there, or about halfway there. If you need to bend the knees in, bend the knees in. If you need to lower the head, neck, and chest down, lower it down. That's fine. But it's vigorous pumps as you breathe in and out. Last one. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold, bend your knees, place your hands behind your thighs, rock yourself up to a sitting position. Now, this one is about keeping the rounded shape the whole time. I know you're going to want to flatten your back. No, tell your back we're rounding. So hands are behind your thighs, legs are pressing together, or you're going back to that hug sensation. About 90-ish degrees in your knee, elbows out wide. Pull yourself forward. Head goes down towards your knees and ribs go back and up as you hold this shape. You rock yourself back by tucking your hips towards your face more, lengthening your arms. Really send your ribs back down to the mat and then elbows out wide as you pull yourself right back up. Keep the legs pressing together as you reach back and you come up. This is our half roll back. You can continue doing this. And this is our modification for some other things later on that we'll also get into or may get into if it doesn't work for you. So I want you to know how this feels. But if you're up for it, for the full roll up, straighten your legs out in front of you. Hard, flex your feet. Reach towards your toes. Bring your arms straight. Round and lift the spine. And now slowly roll back and down. Feel the bony part of your hip, then your lower back, then your ribs, shoulders, head down last. Arms can stay up towards the ceiling, or you can reach them back. But if you reach them back, the ribs stay on the mat. That's the compromise. Feet press heavy into the mat and heels reach forward. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Roll up. Reach over your toes. Find more space in the lower back and the lower part of the ribs. And then roll yourself all the way back down. Let's do 3 more like this. Rolling up and over. Reaching to the heels, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs and opening in the lower back. And then round yourself all the way back down. Arms go up towards the ceiling, maybe behind you if the ribs are heavy. 2 more. Ideally, the legs are supposed to stay down. That is my goal for this year to work on, since I have a tight lower back area because I sleep with Luna and I'm not willing to compromise on the joy that it gives me. So I do Pilates to help counterbalance everything that brings me joy that might not be the greatest for me does. This will be our last one. Rolling up, whoop, and over. And then go ahead, lower yourself all the way back down. Now, adjust yourself if you need to. Keep one foot hard flexed, other leg bended in towards your chest. Reach the foot up towards the ceiling, long. Heels in towards your torso, toes away from the torso. You'll start with single leg circles, bringing the leg across your body, down to your hips, out to the side, and then back up. It's 5 circles in either direction, keeping your hips, for now, heavy onto the mat, finding that nice equal weight in all 4 corners, ribs and shoulders, nice and heavy. This is our last one, and then we'll reverse. And the whole point of this is hip mobility and to open up the hip socket more, which for me, I don't find myself doing a lot of circles in my day-to-day, but I find myself randomly doing circles if I need to open the gate or hold on to the bag while I'm on the tee and rotate my legs in. Next time this leg comes up towards the ceiling, switch your legs. Other foot or leg goes down, hard flex that foot. Other knee bends in towards the chest, leg reaches up towards the ceiling. Re-cement your torso, ribs and hips nice and heavy. Rotate the leg in, heel towards the torso, toes away from the torso. You start by going across the body, down towards your pants, out to the side, and then up across your body, down towards the mat, out to the side, and then over. And back up to the start. And again, we're aiming for 5, but I'm pretty sure I did more circles with the other leg. We'll do 2 more. Keep reaching through your foot. Last one. And then when you come up towards the ceiling, switch out, down, across, and lift. Out, down, across, and lift. For 2. Last one, hips still staying nice and heavy. And then hold the leg that's on the mat. You can bend that in, let the tailbone get in nice and long. Arms go up towards the ceiling. However much length you need in the bent leg that's on the floor, that's totally fine. But you're curling up, grabbing behind your thigh, pushing your foot into the mat. I need to stretch my leg out a little bit more. And then you're walking yourself up towards your ankle. Now you can find your flat back. But then you're rounding elbows out wide, walking down. Let your arms go. Arms come up towards the ceiling. This is our tree, or the mat version of our tree. As you walk up, find a nice flat back, sit up tall, lead with the heart, and then walk right back down. I like to include it with the mat work, even though it's technically a reformer exercise, because it makes sense for the shapes that we'll get into later. And it's a nice prep, because chances are if you're having a hard time with this, you'll also have a hard time with some of the other things, and you can just come back to this. But then you'll go ahead. Last time, walk yourself down, scissor switch your legs. 4 trees on the other side. Press your foot down, tuck your chin in towards your chest, grab behind your thigh, walk up, and then walk yourself right back down. Let go of your leg, arms come back up. Tuck, grab onto your leg, walk up, lift, heart higher, but don't let the head go up. Keep the gaze forward, right at your toes, but lift your heart. And then walk right back down. Let go of your leg, arms come up towards the ceiling. You've got 2 more. as you come up, and then melt to roll yourself back down. And then last one, rock yourself up, hold, both feet come onto the mat, scoot yourself forward for rolling like a ball. If you're unable to roll, you go back to those half rollbacks that you did before. And again, you're honoring that flat shape or round shape. I know you want to come up flat. Please avoid it because you need that rounded shape in order to be successful with this. So hands, they're going to go to the outside of your shins, shoulders in line with or knees in line with the shoulders as best as you can. And you bring your heels towards your butt as close as you can. Point your toes, balance onto your butt, and hold. Press your hands into the shins, shins into the hands. Look at your heels or that space in between your legs, and keep yourself connected into this round ball. Use your breath to power the movement. Inhale, base of the shoulder blades. Exhale, come up. The more you press your hands going forward, that helps with the return. The more you press your hands into your shins, that helps with the rollback. So use your hands and your shins to roll back and come up. The tighter your ball, the harder this is. You've got 2 more. Last one. Then feet come down onto the mat, hands down by your side. Scoot yourself back. Roll yourself all the way back and down. Now, the leg work that we did on the foam roller, we're adding that with the chest lift to do part of the series of 5. So both knees come in towards your chest. Place your hands onto a shin. Doesn't matter which shin. Ideally, the hand for the leg that you bent in is going as close as you can to your ankles. The hand furthest away from the leg you bent in is going onto your knee. Other leg reaches out long. Add your chest lift if you can for single leg stretch. Breathe and switch. Breathe and switch. Ideally, exhale, pull in deeper. Inhale, switch. Exhale, pull. Inhale, switch. You've got 3, 2. Last one. If you need a second, lower the head, neck, and chest down, but double leg stretch. Arms and legs reach out long. Circle the arms around as you come in. Keep the tailbone heavy. Reach out nice and long. Hold that chest lift. Breathe everything back in. You've got 3 more. 2. Last one. And then last but not least, scissors. Grab as close as you can to your ankle. Other leg goes down long. This gives me that tree mat work that we just did. Embrace that as you pull, breathe and switch. Pull, breathe and switch. Pull, breathe and switch. Pull, breathe and switch. Legs brushing up against each other. Feel your pants swipe as you switch. Should be our last one. We're doing 5. And then bend your knees. Melt yourself all the way back down. Now, you can rock yourself back up to a seated position for our spine stretch forward. So legs out straight in front of you, feet hard flexed. Press your heels down. That should soften the bend in your knees a little bit. I don't want straight legs with the heels off. Heels pressing down with the straight-est legs that you could possibly give me with the emphasis of the heel going down. Arms out in front of you, anchor your tailbone like they're the roots of a sequoia tree, and then your head is reaching up like the tree branches. You want to get closer to the sun. Arms reach out in front of you, but don't let the shoulders come out. Remember that foam roller is there. Plug them back and around, and then you'll peel yourself off. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Arms reach forward. Then your ribs, they go back and they continue to go up as you reach forward. Fingertips going toward your toes. Head can go down, but the arms stay up. Hips back. Focus on breathing into the back of your rib cage. And then slowly, as you inhale, stack yourself up nice and tall. And then get taller. lift your heart up. You're peeling off an imaginary wall. You tuck your chin in, round and reach forward, ribs, back of the ribs, going back and up, and then roll yourself up, nice and tall. 3 more like this. Rounding forward, reaching, pressing through the heels. Use that opposition to press down and forward to deepen that hamstring stretch and come up. I also find the more I focus on the feet, 2 more, the more I'm able to get that connection with my ribs of going back and up towards the ceiling to really open up that space. Because like I shared with each of you, I sleep with my dog and that space is tight. And chances are, if it's tight for you, for me, it's tight for you because most of us have a tight lower back area. I think this is the last one. We'll just do one more for good measure. Round forward, reach towards your toes, send the hips and the ribs back. And then you'll stack yourself up nice and tall. So now, legs. They'll come together. You'll scoot yourself forward again for our open leg rocker prep. So hands. Your feet are still going to be more narrow, but the legs are more on the inside. Tuck your hips towards your face. Bring your heels closer. Because I want a nice, proud, open chest, but the hips are curled forward. Inverted candy cane vibes. Feel like a candy cane where your hips curling towards your face is the cane part and your spine lifting up through the head. Was that the shaft? You get the picture. But you're going to keep one foot down. Reach that leg out long. If you need to go down onto your leg, for me, I hold more towards my calf, then bend to come right back in, but keep your hand there. And then the switch, same thing. Adjust if you need to. Bring the leg back in. Keep rounding and lifting as you kick one leg out at a time. This is our baseline. If this feels cozy and you're like, I could push the envelope a little bit more, and you're going to take one leg out, hold, reach the other leg out, hold, balance for a hot second. Keep your legs in line with your shoulders. One leg comes in, then the other. Try and alternate legs as you open. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2. Keep switching. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2. And that's the next level. And if this is still feeling not so challenging, or like you're able to push the envelope more, open the legs out, hold, really lift, and find that space, knit the front of the rib cage by sending your belly button back towards the spine. I crochet, so I mean close and corset, bringing the ribs together. Do the same with the legs. Close the legs, open the legs. Close the legs, open. This is our open leg rocker shape. If you accidentally roll back, well, you did open leg rocker. Not what I'm expecting today, but hey, you got excited about Pilates and got ahead of us. I can't fault you for that. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Keep the legs separate. Bend down. Scoot yourself back or bend your knees, lower yourself down. And now we have our saw or our intro to saw. For this first one, stack your hands, palm over palm, behind your head. Lift at the base of your skull to grow taller. Again, feet hard flexed, press your heels down. Twist towards one side first. I'm going towards the camera. Bring that elbow towards your knee, but anchor the opposite hip down. Pull the ribs back and up to find space. Grow taller, then switch. Twist, elbow towards your knee. Anchor the opposite hip. Grow taller. Keep your twist. Then unwind. Keep going like this. Really focus on the hips, staying nice and heavy as you twist and reach forward. And if you're up for a little bit more, arms come out to a T. Bring the arms forward. Do the same thing. Pinky finger to pinky toe, arm reaching backward. Still find that roundness in your spine. Stick up nice and tall. Hold your twist, then unwind. Then twist, round forward, anchoring the opposite hip. Roll up, unwind. I find this one kinder on the obliques or the side parts of your abs for the side body, harder to anchor the hips. So you do whichever works best for you. Last one to either side, regardless of what you do. Last one. Then arms will come back to a T. Close your legs together. Roll yourself back and down. Arms come down by your side. For this next one, if it's too much, do your single leg circle. If it feels okay, then come along for the party. But you'll start with the legs bent in towards the chest, knees. Everything is touching and pressed in together. Keep your heels pressing into each other. You're going to bring the legs towards the camera, shoulders and arms pressed down, opposite hip comes up. Bring your legs back to center, equal weight into the hips, and then go away from the camera. Keep the shoulders and the arms pressed down. Use that as leverage as you twist from side to side. Now this is our baseline. You can keep the legs bent, no harm in doing that, or you can straighten the legs. If you do, keep the heels connected and frog your feet as you windshield wiper from side to side. The thing with this one is when you twist, you'll want to have one foot reach forward. Don't let the feet switch because that means the hips are moving. And although the hip is coming off the mat, it is still in that same equal plane, 4-point, equal weighted positioning. Let's do one more, and then we'll start towards the camera. Hold this position. Press the arms and the shoulders down. Legs can be bent if you need to, but lower the leg towards the camera down a little bit more, and then press and squeeze to have it come right back up. Lower down, resist as you come up. Find space through the leg and say hello to your inner thighs as you lower and lift. For 2. Last one. Hold. Keep the hip lifted. Top leg comes up. Press it right back down. Reach the top leg up and press down. Don't open the top leg so much you lose that twist. Opposite hip still stays lifted as you reach up and lower. For 3. 2 more. Last one. Bring both legs together. Come through center. Switch to the other side. Bottom leg lowers and lifts. Pressing your arms into the mat. That will give you help for that leverage to keep the shoulders down. You've got one more, and then we move the top leg. Open the top leg, lower down. Lift and lower. Last 3, keep reaching. 2. Last one. Come back to center. Keep both legs connected. Just 3 circles in either direction. You're going to go away from the camera. Down towards the mat, equal weight into the hips. Switch to the opposite hip. Come back to center. Towards the camera. Legs down towards the mat, equal weight into the hips. Away from the camera. Weight into that side of the hip. Come up. So it's one hip comes off. Both hips come on. One hip comes off. Both hips come on. Reverse. One hip comes off. Both hips come on. Opposite hip comes off. Legs come up to center. Both hips together. Whew. My legs were shaking. Hopefully you're feeling the legs shaking too. And I know it's because it's that inner thigh. I feel the legs wrapping around. You should be feeling that as well. Embrace the shakes for this last circle. Whew. My tailbone lifted on that one. Last one. And go ahead, bend everything in. Give yourself a nice moment. Legs out long and turn around onto your stomach for swan. Hands palm over palm to make a pillow for your forehead. Heels together, toes are apart. They can be hip distance, touching, or any place into the middle. That's totally fine. But your head is down towards the mat. Your gaze is there. Your forehead is connected to your hands. Your hips are pressing down into the mat, and you're trying to lift your stomach off the mat, like I'm sliding a sheet of paper underneath you. Will you lift off the mat? Absolutely not. It's not an attainable goal that I'm giving you, but I want you to feel that lift so we can slide that sheet of paper. So now, press the hips down, lift the belly button, and you're going to keep your hands connected to your forehead. Melt yourself all the way back down. Lengthen through the crown of your head as you inhale, and then lower down. This is our baseline, so you can continue with this if this is where you are today. If you're up for a little bit more, next time you lower down, arms or hands, they come in line with the armpit to the ribs, and you bring your elbows close together. So you feel the shoulder blades glide closer together. Lift the hands to a hover. Lift the torso, hands come down. Lift the chest, hold the chest in space, lift the arms, lower everything down. Hover the hands, lift the chest, lower the hands, lift the chest, hold the chest, lift the hands, melt everything back down. 3 more like this. You're lifting with whatever variation you decided. You've got 2 more. Last one. Now, give yourself a moment. You can bend your knees, sway from side to side, but single leg kicks. Take one hand, make it into a fist, place it onto your mat. The other hand, it's going to wrap around your fist. Elbows push down into the mat, and the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Legs are parallel and bring them closer together. And just like before, the hips are pressing down, belly button is lifting up. Feel that front body cinch. The more you push the arms down, the more the torso stays still in space. That's what we want, because I want you to feel your back body right now. Bend one knee, kick twice, release. Other leg, heel goes towards your butt, kick twice, release. Keep going. As you bend, kick, release, bend, kick, release. Bend, kick, release, bend, kick, release. 2 more times. To either side, keep your forearms pressing heavy into the mat. I love this one because I feel silly. Like we should be having a conversation right now. Last one. And go ahead, lower everything down. Hands by your side. Find yourself into a bit of a child's pose and just sink into it. You can go just like this. You can move your hands towards one side to increase the stretch into the side body, or you can thread the needle if that's what works best for you. Totally fine, whichever it is. This is your moment to take a pause, because then we have our neck pull prep. So no full neck pull, because that is mean and nasty. But I do want you to feel what this feels like, because flat back on the short box. That's the whole reason why I'm doing it. And I love me some short box stuff. Brings me so much joy. Same thing as before with our spine stretch forward and our saw. Feet hard flex, heels pressed down, soft bend to your knees. Hands stacked behind your head. Pull the base of your skull up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch into the back. Elbows wide, but still within your peripheral. Lift taller. Say hello to your butt cheeks. As you hinge back, lead with your heart. Zip the front body. Go to where you can, and then lift to come right back up. If you start to feel the hips going towards your face or doing that tuck under, you've gone too far. You're just holding this flat back as you hinge backwards and then find even more space. Thank you. You've got 3 more. Lift up. Go for 2. Last one. Come back. Lift up. Melt yourself all the way back down this time and turn to face onto your side. Hello. Can you lay down, please? Thank you. Your torso is in line with the back edge of your mat. Arm can be out long in front of you, and that'll be your pillow, or your hand is a pillow for your head. Hand that's closest to the ceiling, press down and lift the side body. Again, it might not lift off, but we're sliding a sheet of paper underneath. Push into your hands, lift the legs up, bring them to the front corner of your mat. Keeping your hand pressing heavy, lift the top leg to about hip height. Reach through the heel as you kick forward. 2 kicks or a little pulse, and then reach the foot back. Kick back. Flex the foot, sweep forward, kick, kick, point the foot, reach, kick backwards. Now, when you kick the foot forward, reach through the hip so you feel a nice stretch in the back of your hamstring, and maybe it goes around your butt. And then when you point the foot back, send the hips forward a little bit, torso nice and still, so you can feel a nice stretch in the hip flexors right there. You've got 3 more as you kick forward and back. Go for 2. Bottom leg nice and heavy into the mat. Last one, really anchor that heel. And back. Leg is back in line with the hip. Flex the foot, lift and lowers. Lift as you come up. Don't let the hips hike up towards the rib cage. Keep that space. Reach out through the side body and lower down. Lift through the heel as you come up, but still lift your sit bone down towards the edge of the mat as you lift and lower. You can place your hand underneath your torso so you can feel that side body lifting. That's what we want to focus on for this one. You've got 2 more. Last one. Leg comes down, heel in line with the hip. Tiny circle. About the size of a dinner plate. So that way you can feel that nice booty work right there. You've got 3 more. 2. Last one. And then reverse. Slow the circle down. Yes, you feel more work, but that's the point, isn't it? If you rush through it, you'll do a million, and then you won't get the muscles that I want. Last one. Lower the leg down. And we'll switch to the other side. You can roll over so you can see me. I'm going to be doing my sassy transition where I sweep the legs across. Because if it's not fun, then why are we doing this? So have your pillow, whatever your pillow is. Hand that's closest to the ceiling, that's your kickstand. Lift the side body, sending the hip down. Feel that stretch into the side of your abs. Lift the legs, bring them to the front of your mat. Keep that lifting if you need to. Place your hand underneath your hips, although you'll really want to press your hands to have that support. As you hover the leg up, heel in line with your hip. Side kick, sweep forward, and then sweep back. It's a flex, reach forward, give an extra little kick, and then point and sweep back, give an extra little kick. It's a sweep forward, kick, kick, point and reach, sweep back. Now my left side is my focus side. I'm placing my hand onto my hip so I know I can keep reaching through the torso, and range of motion or how big that kick is, doesn't matter. It can be tiny, but we've got 2 more. I care more that you have the space in the torso and the torso stays still. Press back, give yourself that little kick. Bring the leg in line with your hip. Flex the foot. Lifting it up. Really reach through the sit bone as you lift the leg up, and then press as you lower it out. Resist as you lift and resist as you lower. Find space. Get bigger, grow taller. Yes, we're on our side now, but you're still that sequoia tree. You're still taking up as much space possible, and you are getting yourself grounded right now as you reach and lower. You've got one more. Lower the leg down, heel in line with your hip. Circles about the size of a dinner plate. And go slow. Hips stay still so you can feel your butt getting all the benefits of the work. For these last two. Last one. Reverse. And just notice how this side feels different from the other side. My butt is singing me a nice tune right about now. Not quite an aria, but we're getting close. Last one. Lower everything down. And now you'll come back up to a sitting position. I'm going to go to the opposite end of my mat. It really doesn't matter which end of the mat that you're on, but feel. So you need to take a moment, take care of your butt. Take care of your butt while I show you this. For seal, the soles of your feet are together and your hands cup around the outside of your ankles. This is our positioning. We get into our rounded shape and then we lift to balance. There is no cute or graceful way to get into this position. Embrace it. Soles of your feet together, hands around your ankles. Pull your heels towards your butt. Lift up to balance on your butt. Press your elbows into your thighs. Press the legs together. Round as much as you can. And you're going to do the same thing as rolling like a ball. So if that didn't work for you, you can do that or the half roll backs. But the breath powers the movement. You're rolling back to the base of your shoulder blades, and then you're coming right back up. Whoops. Trying to balance a little bit more. Take a moment as you roll back, pause, roll up, pause, roll back, pause, roll up, pause. Now what makes this seal is the clapping of the feet. The clap comes from the hip. The whole leg moves with you as you clap for 3, 2, 1. Roll back, clap 3, 2. Oh, I didn't get my claps. 3, 2, 1. Roll back, clap for 3. Roll up, clap for 3. Roll back, clap, clap, clap. Roll up, clap, clap, clap. The clapping overhead is the hardest one. You don't have to do the claps. You can just get used to the shape. But whatever you do, you've got 2 more. Last one. Clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Give yourself a second. Have your legs cross over each other and then come up. Excuse me. I lost my momentum. To a standing position. Now, we finish off with our planks. I'm going to walk around a dog. At this point, you do what works best for you, but you are now standing at the edge of the mat. Stand up nice and tall. Lift the arms up and overhead. I know you can't see my arms, but trust me, they're there with you. And you're rounding forward. Just like how we did with all the rounding that we did before. Hands come onto the mat, and you walk forward in 4 steps. I'm going to widen my legs to make room for Luna, and we hold. For that plank, let the hips drop down in line with the torso. We're finding our alignment now. Palms pressing heavy. Heels are lifted. Heart is reaching forward, and your gaze is down, not up, not sinking. You're pushing everything away and you're feeling strong. Last breath. Pike the hips up. Walk yourself back up. Roll yourself up. Nice and tall. We do that 2 more times. Thank you. We do that 2 more times. 5 breath hold. Excuse me, Medea, I'm coming back down. Yes, I'm coming back down. Roll down, walk out, and 4 counts. Get yourself into your plank. Push your hands away. Feel a stretch in the back of your shoulders. Lift the heels. Send the heart forward. Feel the neck nice and long. This should be our last breath with all the talking that I did. Then hike the hips up. Walk your hands back. In 4 counts, roll yourself up. Nice and tall. Last one, best one. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Round forward, trying to keep your hips over your knees and your heels. Walk yourself out into your plank in 4 counts. Hold. Push everything away. Get taller. You've got 3, 2. Last one. Pike the hips up. Before you walk the hands back, maybe drop the heels, pedal out your legs. Give yourself a nice moment to stretch. Maybe you do some shoulder isolations here just to feel that greater connection and range of motion. For now, you can let your shoulders kiss your ear. And then when it all feels good, you'll walk your hands back towards your feet. Roll yourself up nice and tall. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Heart goes up towards the ceiling. Circle the arms out and around. And give yourself a nice big hug because you made it through the Crimson Equinox, or what I call the Crimson Equinox, because I made it. And you should be feeling good, maybe a little rosy, like myself, and dewy. So, awesome job. The harder it gets, the more you need a greater connection to these glorious essentials or basics that we just did. I had so much fun sharing this with each of you. I hope you enjoyed it.